This is the newest bed, planted last year. We've got green giant arborvitaes, some weeping red buds on either side, and then some vanilla strawberry hydrangeas. This is the only place I have these hydrangeas. Excited to have them. This is the long bed. We've got the tricolor beach surrounded by, this is little lime punch. Beautiful. Behind it, I've got golden privets that I had to cut really hard back. And then the whole run up here is Limelight Prime. Nice long run, very colorful. I planted all these as the little 4-inch pots. And the arbs were planted as like 2 gallons. Everything was grown by us from nothing. Very cool. Alaskan golden cedar that I like a lot. There's some roses that haven't done very well, some knockouts. And this is our little veggie garden we just put in. We're having a really hard time with a chipmunk. So we use our compost for these beds, and it's full of pumpkin, like rotten pumpkins. And they're just digging up the seeds. And I have just a copious amount of pumpkins that's sprouting nonstop. So we're having a hard time, but we're getting there. The radishes are doing really good and tasty. So zucchini, radish, carrots, corn, virtually nothing because everything got eaten out of there. These are going to be just like flowers. I got sunflowers and zinnias, and I don't know what she put in this one. I think it's more sunflowers. This is all Tessa's. This is Tessa's little garden. The orchard's doing really good. The peaches didn't produce anything this year, but all the other fruit are doing really well. We got pears, apples, 2 rows of apples. A lot of these have like tags on them. If like people are wondering, I've got a lot of just different varieties. There's Asian pears and Bartlett and Bosch. And then this is the big annual bed is where I like to blow everything out and put lots of stuff. A little bit of everything. You guys probably know a lot. We got castor beans, a lot of elephant ears, some hibiscus, some grasses. These args aren't doing really much at all, but it's cool. I did a lot of sun patience this year throughout all the gardens. Yeah, it's hanging on. It's doing good. It's cool. That's a new plant, James Britannia. This one, it's like the annual of the year or something. Got some purslane along the inside. I kind of look at each section as like its own little scene. So this is like one little scene. That's like one little scene, and my brain always likes that kind of repeating pattern. So you'll see kind of groupings that are repeating across. But yeah, lots of different layers, lots of different textures, lots of different colors. Sun patience groups. This one I did last year, Onothera. Just really cool texture, color. Some celosia. You mentioned the eucalyptus in there. A couple cleomes. These are the senecio. Really cool. I mean, everyone that walks up here is like, oh, I like that thing. So good eye grabber. Elephant ears as your kind of structural. I put one of the geranium trees back in there. We got hydrangeas that are going to be popping white right here. So that should be a really nice show here coming in. Orange coneflowers will also add a nice little pop of color. We got the weird elephant ears, the ones Jamie picked out that are really cool. Yeah, a couple braided hibiscus hiding in the back there. This is more like the shade, kind of part sun, part shade bed. See, so we got lots of begonias and big ass elephant ears that are going to kind of take over everything eventually. Eventually, this just like becomes elephant ears as it transitions through the season. But right now, nonstops are doing great. We got the Tarini up front. It's a nice little kind of border plant. I tucked in some dragon wing begonias. There's other stuff in there that's already getting swallowed, like Dracaena's in there. There's some fuchsia, some coleus that are getting munched by some bugs. By the time the hydrangeas look bad, the elephant ears will become the prominent thing. That's what's cool is it kind of like different things take over at different times and become like the eye-catching thing. Um, this transitions into a little bit more shade. We got some of the patchwork impatience. This is what the heck's it called? Um, yeah. All right, we'll come back to that. Man, what the heck's that plant called? That's gonna kill me. I keep thinking it starts with an L, but Ligularia. All right, so more shade. We got more nonstops, more Terinia. We got some Brunera tucked in there. This I just added on this spring. This will be like the newest bed. Um, just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I really like the dappled willow, especially against the blue house. Looks really cool. So we'll see how this fills in. Got the cool weeping red bud again, just against the blue house. Like I love kind of contrasting colors. I'm always like trying to find big contrast between layers. Any layer I do is going to need to be significantly contrast between. So yellow and purple, we got the Wygelia. That's like that spilled wine or whatever. One of those small ones. Yeah. This I'm very excited about. I've been just kind of dreaming of this bed, just the mixture of that red with that yellow, and like this just socked in full with that forest grass. I like to use this bed, and I like to use this whole place to show people how different arborvitaes grow. This is a Technies growing right here. That's actually a Nigra, but it's cool to see the different varieties and like how they grow and how they work for different customers in different scenarios. Technie being this really stout, wide arb. Nigra being this kind of in between, but a little sloppier. And then we got just all the green giants are basically the whole property, and how kind of taller and medium wide they are. So we've got limelight hydrangeas. I like to tuck, like when this was small, you know, these hydrangeas kind of filled in the gaps between the arborvitaes. But when I'm building a bed, I usually will kind of tuck in something in the gaps, especially if I'm doing evergreens, to kind of hide the gap as the evergreens are growing in. But now it's like becomes this really cool layered look. You get a really nice white show that pops out from the evergreens. I planted that honey locust out of the middle. It's all going to become one big wild thing eventually. There was a big pine tree that fell over that was right here. But it's turned into a really cool bed. I really like this one. Let's start down here. So this was meant to be like the one of everything bed. I wanted to see how things were going to work in real time and kind of have this kind of natural-ish look to it where there's no like real rhyme or reason other than kind of tall, short, medium. Again, we've got basically every hydrangea that we sell. This is Little Quickfire over here. This big thing is a golden metasequoia that's going to outgrow this spot like just so abundantly. Yeah. Everything here was also like a lot of the things that I planted were the runts or like the extras. Like this thing was dead. And so I said, screw it. And I just put it in there and it's done really well. This is a weeping katsura tree. We had it one year. I don't think we've ever carried it again, but it's super cool. It's got a really cool texture, unique look to it. We got a viburnum. I think that's brandywine. Gets a really nice pink berry. This is Zinfandel. Zinfandel, another panicle. Ginkgo. Don't know the name, but golden arb. This is some weird thing I got from this breeder or grafter. Super slow growing. Some kind of weird pine. Really cool, weird. I don't know what it's going to do, but it's going to grow really slow. This is a limelight. We got a service berry. And then we got a firelight. This was meant to be like the Japanese maple garden and hosta garden. The chickens, like, this is the first year the hostas are actually doing okay. The chickens would come up here and just eat them all. So it didn't really work for most of the years. All these maples came from that same guy that grafted that weird thing over there, that pine. Andy Duvall. It's actually who owned greenhouse number 5. He is a local Japanese maple and conifer grafter, and it's like a dying art of creating cool ass things out of grafting two different things together. These are a few of the cool things that I grabbed. This one isn't doing well. I'll probably pull that up. Um, this is a cool variegated one. Some different leaf textures, some different variegations. It's another cool maple. Another golden arb, different variety. Can't remember who you are though. This might be Quickfire. I think it is Quickfire based on how far along it is. Another service berry. This is a golden smoke bush. Whipcore arborvitae. And then these were also part of his stuff. He did ginkgos too. So there's like a handful of ginkgos. A lot of them have like grown through. This was the original tree right here. And this is not part of the original tree. This is a sucker. So it's actually not what I want, but still cool. Yeah. Yeah, that tree is like not what it's supposed to be, but and same with this one. This one's got a bunch of suckers I gotta pull off. This is the original. Get some pruners. This is a weird, like really slow growing columnar maple that stays like 2 feet wide. This is another weird ginkgo. I think this is the variegated one. Let's see. Oh no, that one is. Yeah. So that's like what he was going for. Again, I think some of it, you know, the cooler the genetics, the harder it is to kind of keep it present. But some assorted trees that were planted in the backyard, nothing to write home about. Oh yeah, yeah. The oak tree is like the coolest part of the property. It's probably 400 years old. I feel bad that our like compost pile is kind of right in front of it and behind it. Yeah, super cool. When I bought the place, the guy had it measured, and I think it was like over 350 years old. That tree has seen a lot of cool stuff. We got a little kind of tadpole pond down there. I did a mixture of sun patience that were planted. What up, Kara? On the front, just to kind of tie the colors back here. Did a couple palms in some open spots. We've got pinky winky hydrangeas, little lime hydrangeas. We got more dappled willow. Fine line sambucus does not do great around here. It like tends to get it's heavy clay, and they just don't like their feet wet. They need more well drained activity. I think this is Invincible Spirit. It's an arborescens hydrangea. We haven't carried in a while. It's not the best, but it's pretty, really pretty. Oak leaf hydrangea. We got Summon Substance over there. Praying Hands. It's a little lime hydrangea. A little purple smoke bush. Some assorted plants that don't really have a rhyme or reason. And that completes your tour.